What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. Not exactly the opening, but I just felt like going on makes sense. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Merry early Christmas. Happy early New Year. I'll probably be live next Friday as well, so it's okay. I'll wish you guys the second half of that again. But welcome in. Welcome in. We're here to talk about the week that just had in terms of news. Not a lot, but there is some interesting stuff. PlayStation Showcase, perhaps, because we got a lot of, obviously, games appearing on the PlayStation Store as a wish list item. And, of course, just talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. I've had quite a few different kinds of videos going up in the So What's Going On series, and next week there's going to be the end of the year stuff, the Game of the Year awards, the ranking all the games I've been playing. I got more Hogwarts Legacy stuff coming, lots of stuff. I mean, it's going to be pretty. And then also, I guess, starting next week, looking to the future, right? 2023, looking at what games I'm anticipating, and then starting in the first week of January, talking about Forspoken, Fire Emblem, Dead Space, and then Hogwarts Legacy very, very soon after. So going to be a really, it's a nice little end of the year right now, this week, next week, where I'm just kind of looking at individual games like what I've done ones on news like Stellar Blade and stuff, but also there's a couple of cool ones I have that are actually going to go up this weekend as well. But I like this time of the year. I really do. It's time to flex the creativity a little bit, where normally I can't look at like 20 different games. I've done like Starfield and all that stuff. Normally I can't, analyze 20 different games in a week or 2 weeks normally, because there's games that release and news and all that stuff. But we don't really have that this week. So, yes. What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for being here. Really, Merry early Christmas. You can let me know, of course, in the comments what you're doing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. There will be videos that go up. I just won't be like recording anything the next 2 days, but I got 2 videos both days on the main channel, and then a video each on the second channel. We actually did the next episode of the Save Point podcast, which was a lot of fun. And that was actually, we hit the 1 hour mark. So a 1 hour podcast coming out tomorrow on the second channel. So pretty sweet. It's going to be a pretty sweet weekend. And, we got the Hogwarts Legacy stuff that's still doing really well. And then we're able to talk about, just other games in general. But, I want to touch upon the PlayStation Showcase. And if there's anything, that comes up, I'll definitely get to it if you guys want to say any comments or stuff. But for me, the PlayStation Showcase seems possible. I was considering making a video. Maybe I will next week. But we have, besides Crash, which because of its Activision, right, pretty separate, I feel like a PlayStation Showcase could very well happen in early 2023. I've been wanting it to happen in early 2023, and it seems like it could. It just makes sense for Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin, and then also Spider-Man. Like, now they're starting to appear on the store. Well, now maybe give us a date, for some of them, right? So we know Horizon. They announced Death Stranding. We know the release date for Final Fantasy 16, but there's more, really, for all of them. I think we need. Now, I may do like a looking into the future thing for all the major companies, because Sony's got some stuff to talk about. Microsoft needs to do something, right? Starfield, Redfall, Avowed, Hellblade, State of Decay, Fable. I mean, Microsoft has more. They really do need to start talking. And even Nintendo, they just did the September Nintendo Direct. So maybe middle of the year, second half of the year for Nintendo, come on out and talk about what you have coming. But there's going to be quite a few games that come out next year that I'm really excited for, including some under-the-radar ones that I am going to be putting a lot of praise on, or I'll be talking quite a bit of. But welcome in, everybody. Again, thank you all for being here. Merry early Christmas to everybody here. Thanks for shedding light on Hogwarts Legacy getting refunded on PlayStation. Yeah, so I guess what seems to have... And it doesn't seem like it's just PS4. So I said PS4 in the video, and I had a couple, geniuses in the comments say, "Why didn't you put PS4 in the title? You didn't need to scare people." That title was the least scary title I could think of in the moment. And also, it's now been reported that PS5 owners are having it refunded. So if you have a PlayStation console and you pre-ordered Hogwarts, check your pre-order because you're all in danger. And that is fear-mongering right there. I mean, you know what I mean? That's the case. So I do feel vindicated, though, right? The people are saying, you should have just said it was on PS4. Well, it's actually on PS5 as well. There were loads of comments saying it happened on PS5. So, yeah, that was an interesting little twist that really this entire week has been positive news. You get like a release window for Redfall today. Stellar Blade makes it on the store. Crash makes it on the store. Some very fun games, I hope. And then all of a sudden, Hogwarts has to ruin it. A lot of good movies dropping this month. Yeah, my wife, I wanted to get her to do maybe like a Patreon, YouTube membership exclusive kind of video. She saw Avatar, I did, and I said, you should review it for members only. And maybe if there's interest, I will force her against her will to do it. But she really liked it. I haven't watched. I actually, well, speaking of that, I just recorded my top 5 movies of the year. It is going to be a members-only video if you're a supporter of the channel. It'll go up next week. And I was looking at it, and I haven't really watched that many movies this year. And also, I haven't watched a lot of movies after September. Like, the last couple months, I've seen maybe 2 in theaters and the rest of them at home. It's been a slow end to the year, or fast. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying. But I do know that next year, 2023, quite a lot of movies. Quite a lot. I'm going to probably do like a top 10 most anticipated films, and it'll go on the second channel. I got some updates, too. Second channel, Podcast Now Plus. If you guys aren't subscribed there, well, firstly, we're close to 6,000. We're close to 6,000. The link's in the description, so if you want to help me get there, I'd appreciate it. But I have a channel update video that'll go live on Christmas on that channel. And then I'm going to record one for this channel. It'll go live next week, where I'm going to start to... There's going to be some changes, but there's going to be more simplification. Is that a word? I'm going to simplify things a lot more on both channels. So hopefully this was probably the most successful year we've ever had. I think next year will be even better. So, and really every year continues to get better. So yeah, lots of stuff. Channel update on the second channel is Sunday, and then there'll be a channel update on this channel next week. But members videos and normal videos, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, the Wonder Woman game. I'm going to do a video on the what's going on with Wonder Woman. I'm going to do that. I hope we see it next year. I think we will. I think we'll see it next year. I don't think it'll, release for quite a bit, though. I need Fable, too. Christmas movies and special on Christmas Eve. Nice. Yes, we watch a specific Christmas movie on Christmas Eve as well. Ready Player One, thanks, buddy. You too. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dylan. Thank you, man. I heard something about not making Hogwarts Legacy streams and recording. Hey, I heard something about not making Hogwarts Legacy streams and recordings because of LGBT community or stuff like that. From who? Who said that? That doesn't sound like me. No, I don't. Nobody tells me what to do. I'll make Hogwarts Legacy things for any community or all communities. No, I don't get told what to do, so I'm not stopping streams or recordings of it. Merry early Christmas to you too, Nick. The mighty Liam, thank you, you said thank you. I mean, thank you for commenting, of course. But how's it going? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Mr. Meme. Man, it's a special time of the year. It's a dead time of the year. I mean, I always dread from the work standpoint of like videos the Christmas time because there is nothing. There's really, if there's a news story, I get so excited that it's actually ridiculous because it's so rare to have a Christmas or to have a news story around Christmas. Everybody's on break. Everybody's on vacation. And they're not going to be back till January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, somewhere in that, in that range. Some companies give them even longer off. So you kind of got to get creative if you want to make content, during the Christmas time. And that's what I am. I'm a creative individual. Are you excited for Disney Speedstorm? I don't. Oh shoot. I don't know if I'm allowed. Am I allowed to say? I was in the beta or the alpha for that game. I think I'm allowed to say that. I don't think I was allowed to make videos or record because I think there was watermarks on it. I like the idea of Disney Speedstorm. It's the microtransactions, of course, that would scare me like anything else. But yeah, I'd say I'm excited for it. I would say I'm excited for it. Merry Christmas song. It's the most chill days of the year. It is. It's time to get other things done besides, entertainment because there's not much, I heard about an article that said J.K. Rowling, I think, said something, and LGBT community is mad about that. Oh, well, but that has nothing to do with my streams or videos. I think from their point of view, from people that are upset at her or Hogwarts Legacy in general, yeah, they wouldn't want anybody to make live streams or videos. But again, I don't get told what to do, so I'm not going to listen to the hate mob. That's not me. They might have something planned for social media. Yeah, yes, there could be some, not, I wouldn't say announcements, like releases or reveal, like for Hogwarts. I mean, maybe you do like a fireside, sit by the fire thing. For Christmas Day, they could have scheduled a tweet to go up on Christmas Day for Hogwarts, and it's a well, I mean, they did the common room fireplace things, but they could do something similar, but just Christmas, maybe like a Great Hall thing. So that is possible. I mean, that's not going to reveal, it's a big deal to us. It's not to the majority. It's not something that anybody's going to make a video on, I don't think, right? And they will schedule it to go live that day. And I think several other publishers will do stuff on Christmas Day, but just like a thank you card kind of post on Twitter. Nothing. There won't be really. I mean, this entire week, the only thing that came out, the biggest news, new plural, was games being listed on the PlayStation Store. Really, that was the biggest thing this entire week. So, including, was Spider-Man this week? Was that Monday? So, you know what I mean? So, that, and that's not even a news. That just is something that people have spotted. So, it's, again, you got to get creative from a channel point of view. Merry Christmas, good sir. You too, KJ Games. Thanks, man. Has any game gotten close to beating your favorite game of all time in Uncharted 4? So, I think my best when I'm in the shower, okay, not to get too personal. And a couple days ago, I did think one day, and I always say this, right? One day I do want to do a top 10 list that I had. And I was thinking, well, what would be a top 10 list? What are my favorite games ever? And I will say this. There actually is a game currently that's old that would be very, very close to Uncharted 4, and it would be Sly Cooper 2. That would be, if I were to make a list, I feel like that would be second. I've always thought really highly of Uncharted 3. I've always thought very highly of Kingdom Hearts 2. So there would be several games, as a top 10 list would have several games. But I was thinking, taking my biasness aside or just adding more in, is there a game that is close? I actually thought that exact same question. Is Uncharted 4 actually my favorite game? And the game that got the closest in my head was, Sly 2 and 3. I love those games a lot. And I would do anything for those two games. So I would put both of them, Sly 2 and 3, in a top 10 list, I think, pretty easily. That's a good question. It's a good question. And I eventually want to make a top 10. I just feel like, because I make so many videos, right? I make a top 10 list. It goes out. I'm going to feel so proud of it, and I would work hard on it. And then it's just another video that I've made. It's not special. Maybe it's special to some, but not to the majority. So, I don't know. I've always kind of held off because I just don't know if it would make an impact like I would want to. Maybe I wait for 100K. Maybe my 100K special. I do my top 10 games. But then I also feel well, I love hundreds of games, so can I make a top 100? Can I make a top 20 or 50? Maybe you start at 15 or 20, and then you can get to a top 100. I think I could do a top 100. Give me a couple days, to just focus on a list, and I'd have to go through quite a bit, but I do think I would be able to do it. Are we getting another UPS thing? How many packages are we getting? Oh. It's that time of the year, everybody, where the doorbell ring. It's not ringing right now, but it's that time of the year where you get like a package every other day, and you don't know who's it from because just people are trading gifts and stuff. It's that time, and I'm excited for it to be over. Not Christmas, that part of it. I love Christmas. Do you think anyone in the game would be able to survive AK like Harry? I think you may be able to. Yeah, it's possible from a story point of view. You are. But other than that, honestly, I don't think so. I think everybody would be, including Ranrock. Maybe Ranrock, depending on what kind of ancient magic he's able to use. It's possible. I finally started The Witcher 3 playing on the Series X. Looks and plays amazing. Nice. We downloaded it. We're just, we're ready for Christy. Well, and I don't want to put it all on her because I have been stealing the TV. But I assume over the next couple of weeks we'll at least see what it looks like on the PS5, The Witcher. But I just beat Crisis Core a few days ago, and then I'm probably halfway through High on Life. I was less, and yesterday I played more. So I beat Crisis Core. I'm going to get through High on Life, and then I bought, I think I tweeted it, I have Sonic Frontiers. I bought it for Black Friday. I also have Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, the second one, the new one. I have those 2 games. I haven't touched them. So once I'm done with High on Life, the issue is I have Midnight Suns, and I've put in 19, 20 hours in Midnight Suns, and I'm not done. I love that game to death. So it is drawing me in, but I really want to try Sonic and Mario Rabbids. But that one's like, I don't know, I could take it on the go or whatever. So it's tough. Like, once I'm done with High on Life, I'm going to have to decide if I put Midnight Suns on the back burner even longer, it's going to light on fire by the time I pick it up, and play Sonic, or do Midnight Suns. But Midnight Suns is so addicting, I feel like I have to go back to it. I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any news for the Kingdom Hearts TV anime series. I was just looking back. I was going through memory lane on both channels of my old videos from like years ago. And I remembered beforehand that there was the rumor of the Kingdom Hearts show. And I still want it. I would still do it. It's so unnecessary because it would be unnecessary because it would continue to expand the lore and make it even harder to follow because you would need to watch the show to understand everything else. It wouldn't be unnecessary from the fact that, well, they don't need to do it. Oh, they could. And it would be worth it because it would be new things, new info. But from like an overload perspective, it would be way too much. Way too much. I'm still wishful for the winter ASMR for Hogwarts Legacy being dropped on Christmas. It's an easy idea. Let's be honest, okay? We all could have done it. All that needs to happen is they need to do it. So, hi guys, just coming to leave a like. Have an amazing stream. Thank you, Johnny the Hustle Puff Russell. That's a great name. No, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Merry early Christmas. I should have wore a Santa hat or something. We have one. That's what makes you a badass, Alex. You don't let them tell you what you can and can't do. Yes. Thanks, buddy. Okay, Christy's going to get me a hat. You want to say Merry Christmas? Where are you going? She's like jumping over very unnecessarily. She's jumping over the couch. You're going to have to, if you don't want to be seen. Oh my God. Okay. That was scary. She threw it at me. You put this in the back? Like this? Is this good? I got to see where I am in real time. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, right? Okay, I will wear this for the rest of the stream. Where was I? But thank you, Philip. I appreciate it, bud. And you've been a great support. I mean, I don't know when you started watching, Philip, but I mean, this past year, like, I just have recognized you every video, every stream, both channels, like your Twitter. You're always there, and I really do. I mean it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it from everybody. Do you think if I start streaming Hogwarts Legacy on this 7th of July, I would get some audience? What? I would not wait till July. I would do it like now. Do you think the Venom will be? Do you think that Venom will only be Harry in Spider-Man 2, or would they introduce Eddie Brock? I think, wasn't there like a leak where there was a picture and the caption said Eddie Brock and it was like officially from them? So I think it could have been inadvertently confirmed. I don't know for sure. I could have seen that secondhand, but I do think Eddie Brock will be in it. But Harry will, be in the mix as well. So I think it'll actually be both. Yeah, the Spider-Man news was Monday. Yeah, Crisis Core. I mean, the ending of Crisis Core is beautiful. The ending of Crisis. I think I'm legally supposed to say they did provide me a code. Okay, Square Enix gave me a code for Crisis Core, and with that being said, the ending of that game is really good. I knew the ending, but seeing it, I knew it. I don't know if I've ever watched what happens at the end of Crisis Core in front of my own eyes, and then I did, and woo, it's something. Before I leave, I will leave a question and rewatch later. I have a lot to do. Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. Do you think NPCs will have progressive robes? Oh, man. Well, what do you mean? Black stripes on their sleeves and also color during. I actually found every companion having 3 black stripes on their sleeves and also color during previewing gameplay trailer. So by progressive, you just mean like kind of like nuts out there kind of robes? Like they're really going for it? I think so. I think as I've said, I think the attention to detail in Hogwarts Legacy, including in the smallest of things, like NPCs that are walking around that you may see once or twice, I think they matter to Avalanche, and I do think it'll reflect that. So I would say yes. Do you think they'll make another Ghost of Tsushima game? Oh yeah. The job postings on Sucker Punch's site, I believe reference Ghost of Tsushima, that you don't need to have worked on it or, well, obviously, you don't need to, I don't even think have played it, but to have knowledge of, wasn't one of the job postings for Sucker Punch to having knowledge of feudal, like that era? I think that was at least for a writing gig, I think that was a requirement or something they would like to have. So I definitely, because the only other option really, well, there's a couple, but like going back to Infamous, going back to Sly, which they've actually said like one day they'd like to do Sly, but Infamous, Sly, or then a brand new thing. I think, because if you look up the history of, the Ghost of Tsushima era, there were 2, I believe, Mongol invasions. I think this one's like the more powerful one, but there was a second one. So I think they would just do the next one in the history. So now that WB has moved on from Gotham Knights, what do you think their next DC game is going to be? Okay, well, that one's a good question. So what we have to make sure we say out loud with that is, so there's the Gotham Knights team, and then there's the other team. And that other team has been working on a game for a little while. We knew that. Now we know the Gotham Knights team has also moved to a new. So now there are actually 2 games simultaneously going on. So there's 2 DC games. The one that the other team is working on, man, oh man. I want to assume that like Teen Titans. Okay, actually, wait. I think the one the other team is working on, they did talk about in a job posting. I know a lot about job postings. I just look for fun. That I think it's going to be like a cooperative, just like Gotham Knights, like a cooperative open world kind of thing. So Teen Titans, I think, is still possible. I do think Teen Titans is possible. So I'm going for that. Like, just do it. Just do it. Even if it's not amazing. I mean, a Teen Titans game? Come on. Oh, let me get this super chat because I've fallen behind as I always do. And DJ Steph, same to you, man. I mean, you've been amazing from start to finish this year with giving and being present. And I remember playing with you on Gotham Knights the one time. So I super appreciate all your support, man. How do you feel about Days Gone not getting a sequel, even though being close in sales with Ghost? Yes, I've always been pretty upset that because I got Days Gone when it first came out. I didn't love it, and I honestly didn't play it all that much when it first released. But I always had like, okay, this is a fine game. And then I believe did we do Days Gone this summer? I think it was this summer. I went back and I played Days Gone from start to finish. And I liked it. I don't think it's a great game. I think it's like a 7 out of 10 good foundation kind of thing. And there are elements that are pretty not good. But then, yeah, you look at the sales. And they've never said the sales fully for Death Stranding. I think Days Gone and Death Stranding are pretty close. Pretty close. And then Ghost, I think, is higher. But I would like to see a Days Gone. I like to see all of them. All three of those games I want a sequel for. I do want to see a Days Gone too. I do. Because I do think a second game would just improve upon all the elements that the first game lacked and keep the foundation, and the foundation is good for Days Gone. So I really... And remember, the rumor of what they're working on, it could be that Men in Black game, right? There was a big rumor that they were working on a Men in Black game, and it would have a guy on a motorcycle. So, like, the same thing as Days Gone. Be a guy on a motorcycle. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. We may see that this upcoming year. That could be something they do. Shout out to all the delivery people. Yes. Especially this winter storm delivery people era. Now they do deserve some respect. Yeah, the Twitter update. What do you guys think about the views on your tweets? Here's the thing. I don't hate it. I don't hate it because it's just knowledge that you yourself have on the tweets, right? When you click on, like, the analytics. It's just that everybody can see it now. So, like, I think if anything, it's actually just going to make people look really bad when, like, you have these big celebrities or big follower count people that get very low engagement. It makes them look terrible. But, like, you already can kind of figure out that their engagement's low. Now you can just see it. So from, like, a laughing at people point of view, I don't mind the update. I think it's annoying to look at. I think it draws eyes away from the other 3 likes, retweets, and likes, retweets, comments, or replies. So I don't like it, but I'm not, like, furious, and I actually kind of find it funny because it's going to, like, expose people. How do you say your name? Planet Schlorpian? Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. I hope I said the name right. I really do. The outrage industry is out in full circle the closer we get to Hogwarts Legacy's release, and it will not stop. This is just the beginning. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, but, hey, look, I'm the only one who talks about it and defends Hogwarts in that way, so I will keep it up. But get used to it, right? Not saying, like, we aren't used to it, but for people that aren't aware, the Hogwarts Legacy attacks are going to be bad, and they're going to be kind of nonstop over the next, like, month. Because if you think about it, in a month, maybe even in a month, like a month and a week, a month and 3 days, the game will be out there. People will have the review codes, and there could be huge leaks, maybe scene leaks of the game. It's going to be bad. So, well, it's going to be, bad. It's going to be out, so it's going to be so everywhere that people are going to take their shot at trying to, casually say how evil everybody is for playing it. So that is true. Okay, let me try to catch up, which is what I always say. But have a Merry Christmas, Alex. Always enjoy your opinion. Well, again, thank Johnny on replay. I really do appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the hat too. What do you think of Crisis Core? Really, I liked it. I didn't love it. It's a game that feels like, what was it, 2007? I think it came out, or 8. It feels like a PSP game where there's so many pauses. There's so many walk 20 feet to then do a loading screen to get to the next spot. It feels like a game that's very, very old. And a remaster doesn't really fix a lot of that stuff, like how it's actually designed. So in that sense, I think it's not good, but it's a victim of the time. It actually is more nostalgic because it reminds me of that, even though I didn't actually own a PSP. I had the Vita. But besides that, the combat is very good. I like the voice acting. I know everybody's warning me that Zach's voice actor sucks now. I didn't really mind him. But yet again, I don't really know if I've ever heard him before this, so I can't comment. You know what I mean? What else? Sephiroth is awesome. He's a really cool... He's always been a cool villain, but he's a cool villain. And the ending is super good. Super good as well. So that's my thoughts on it. Ricky, what's up, buddy? Why are you exhausted? Well, it is the end of the week. I'm sure exhaustion has set in for a lot of people. But have you been, like, shoveling? Where's everybody at? Have you been hit by the winter storm yet? We did. What's your take on the very suspicious development of the day before? So I want to do a video on the day before one day because I do kind of think the game's not real. And I think I'm giving it one last chance. If it doesn't, I think March 1st, right, is the release date for it. If it doesn't come out March 1st, it's not real. It's not real. Or it is real, but it's like a vertical slice kind of thing, like Knights of the Old Republic remake, where they made like one scene and they just can't get the rest of the game done. It'll be like that. It'll be like that. But I kind of lean on, I'm not really sure that game's a real game. Even though it looks phenomenal. Do you think Gotham Knights will end up on Game Pass? I actually do. And I don't say that as like some massively negative thing to Game Pass, like it's like the discount bin of gaming, because it's not. Actually, it's very, very good. But yes, I would not be shocked at all if by March or April, Gotham Knights is a Game Pass game. Yep. I'm gonna Hyperion Rex. I'm gonna replay Final Fantasy VII Remake a second time. I'm gonna replay 7 Remake again as well, for sure. I'm actually gonna also play. Well, I mentioned earlier Sonic Frontiers and Mario Rabbids. I'm gonna replay Jedi Fallen Order before Survivor, which means I got to do it in January, because February with Hogwarts I will be just too busy. So I got to do that very soon. Very soon. The clapback of the FTC and how do you say that name? Lina Khan by AB and Microsoft was amazing. Yeah, that drama is still happening. It's still going on. Sorry, I know you do a lot of content. My question was about Hogwarts Legacy. I can't hear right now. Not sure if you understood the question. That's okay. Merry Christmas, Alex and the girls. Thank you. There's a bunch of them in that corner, the dogs and all that. Yeah. It was a good throw, wasn't it? Everybody said how good of a throw it was. You threw. Oh, dear. She told me to speed it up. Now that you mention it, there's a guy who has chemo? I'm sorry. Where? Man, I'm behind. Where? Oh. Chemo. That's Ricky, yeah. Chemotherapy. Holy Jesus. Best of luck, man. Best of luck. Everybody wish him in the comments best of luck as well. We all got your back. The best I can. I mean, I'm not, unlike other content creators, I won't pretend like, we're some like magic cure to like cancers and stuff. But what we can do is provide some sort of escapism, which is what I try to like live by, right? Let's just escape the world as much as humanly possible. So, I won't pretend like we're like a magic cure, but I will do my best, of course, to continue making videos, get your mind off this stuff, and hopefully these kind of discussions, can move your mind off that garbage. But we're with you. What's going on? We're still waiting. Yes, the Sly Cooper one, Alex, and Merry Christmas to you, man. The Sly Cooper one, I think will go up on Monday. I have it recorded, ready to rock, nostalgia kind of video. And I want to do more with Sly Cooper. I keep mentioning Sly. I think I mentioned it to Philip on Twitter once, where it's like I'd like to. Now it's on PS3, right? I mean, you could do the streaming to PS5. I'd be very interested in doing a live stream or a walkthrough kind of thing of the Sly Cooper games. I mean, I love them so much, and I think that'd be fun for those that would want to. I just don't know how it would perform. And I also don't know how I would do it. If I have to get my PS3 out, hook the capture card up, install whatever update the PS3 is on. But I would be interested potentially in doing something with the Sly Cooper games, like a stream or one day I'd like to. Like, I'd like to be successful enough where I could take like a week and just live stream the whole time, just the Sly Cooper games. Like that's kind of a dream. But I need to be the financial situation. Videos would have to be backed up, all that stuff to make that work. Yeah, that's one way of giving you the hat. That was perfect content. Yeah, I'll have to watch it on replay. It was on a paper leak from some info for Eddie might be in the game, but I don't think he will be in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have read too much into that. She did try to take me out with the hat. Merry Christmas, Mr. Alex. Luna Comics, Merry Christmas to you as well. Do you think Metal Gear Solid 3 remake will be in? I think there is a Metal Gear remake locked and loaded. I think Sony doesn't want to do it or announce it because of the Activision thing. So I fully believe Metal Gear remake is happening. I just think they're trying to say, let's keep pushing it, is we can't make it seem like we have too many third-party exclusives. That is fully my belief. The Ghost of Tsushima movie I actually think could be like legitimately good. Same thing with the Death Stranding movie because of what Hideo said about it. I think the Death Stranding movie could actually be legitimately nuts. What are your thoughts on Skull and Bones? Oh man, have I looked at it? So not picking on you, it was just a joke. I've covered Skull and Bones since the day it was announced. I may be the oldest. I'm not a Skull and Bones creator, but I have made videos here and there on Skull and Bones for 5.5 years. June of 2017, the game was announced, and then I've continued to cover it. So I know all about it. I'm not insanely pleased with how it looks, but I will be buying it. I will have it. I will have it in my hand. So I can properly criticize, compliment, whatever happens to be. But I'll give you a scoop because I won't say who I got it from. I'll give you a scoop that I have heard the game is not good at all from people that have, a couple different people actually, that have played the game because some people have legitimately been able to play the game from start to finish. I have heard that Skull and Bones is very much not good. So that makes me just feel so great. A Justice League game. I would love that. Do we want, and I guess you have to separate, do you want Warner Bros. Montreal to make a Justice League game? I think a Teen Titans game makes more sense because of Robin than a Justice League game by them. But yet again, what do I know? So I think it's definitely possible. Would love to see Days Gone 2. Agreed. Would you want to see a Batwoman video game based in the Arkham universe? Sure. Spin off the Arkham games. The issue has always been, right, with these DC or even Marvel games, but I think DC because they're lacking them. The issue has always been, I think, just studios. There's not enough, even though like there's more studios now than there ever has been. There's not enough, or it's too long in between releases. Like there's just not consistency with DC's releases, and that's kind of nuts. It's really cold here in PA. Oh my God, yes. I know the Buffalo, the western New York region, they're being hit right now with the winter storm. What do they call it? It's got a name, this winter storm. They name them all. I don't know what it's called. Sony's blocked 4 games. Yeah. Although people have talked about this Final Fantasy VII Remake, people aren't so sure that they blocked Final Fantasy VII Remake. Some people think that the deal in place is that all the parts to 7's Remake has to come out first, then the game can go wherever. So, and that may be true. Also, I don't know why they called it the Silent Hill 2 remaster in the report, because it is a remake. So, kind of weird. What if Hogwarts Legacy gets delayed on next gen? No, I mean, that would be hilarious in the worst way. But the game went gold, so there's no reason for it to be. Was Cyberpunk delayed when it went gold? I think that may be the only example. But beyond that, when a game goes gold, you're safe. But I think Cyberpunk could be a reverse example. Happy holidays. Did you give the Winter Soldier Avengers DLC a try? If you haven't, it's definitely worth it, especially because it's free. Robert, thank you, man. Happy holidays to you. I didn't. I haven't gone back to Avengers since Spider-Man. And that'll always be a game that I have, a very, can I say love-hate? I don't know if I ever necessarily loved it. I liked it at times. I also very much hated it. So it is kind of like a love-hate, but it's not. But I have not. I have not tried the Winter Soldier thing. I have such a freaking, like I was saying, High on Life and Marvel's Midnight Suns. I got to go back to Sonic Frontiers. I haven't touched yet. Mario Rabbids. I need to replay Jedi Fallen Order. Christie's got to do The Witcher 3 next gen. There's so many games. So many games. Is Batwoman popular enough to have a video game trilogy? I think she's popular enough to have one game and then you take it from there. You know what I mean? Like if it sells and it does well, you make more. I think so. They better send you a review code for what, Hogwarts? Yeah, I mean, as I've jokingly said, and this year was a year in the right direction, but next year is going to be the year I really find out, who likes me and who doesn't like me, because there's a lot of games, and I'm going to contact as many companies that are out there, and if they want to give me a code, you know what you get with me. You can't control what I say, but I'm gonna play your game, and I'm gonna give my honest thoughts. And like I've already reached out for Forspoken and Dead Space and SpongeBob. Haven't heard back from any of them, but I've reached out. So we'll see what happens. Whenever you bring it up on YouTube, right, it sounds so like ego-y or cocky or all that stuff about like review codes and stuff. But it is the business, and if I get a code, I get it. I just play it early. If I don't get a code, I'm getting the games anyway. I'm gonna get Forspoken, Dead Space, those three, SpongeBob. I'm getting them day one, no matter what. It really, the only thing that changes is you'll get a review earlier. If they give me a code, that's the only thing that changes. So we'll see. Are you hopeful the deal will go through? Yeah, I don't care. The deal should go through. And then when the deal does go through, I just want everybody to stop. That's what I want from the stupid deal. And then I want them to start announcing things again, because I do think the Activision Blizzard thing has stopped both Sony and Microsoft from going all out on their announcements. I kind of hope IGN won't get any code. There's a part of me that hopes that, but obviously it won't happen, because they will get a code. In fact, they'll get several codes, which is annoying. Thanks for daring to be controversial. Thank you, Wizard Heinrich. I appreciate it, man. And as people have pointed out, and I'm going to get better at labeling myself this as well next year, it's just, what do people say? I'm just being critical, or I'm just being honest? Definitely the honesty part. I got to stop labeling myself controversial, because in reality, it could be controversial, the things I say, but I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what I think. And if people want to take that in a controversial way, then they will. That's not my problem. And really, that's where I got to get my mind. That's not my problem. If people take it a certain way, good for you. I wouldn't send IGN a code, forget them. I know. You have to, from their point of view, you have to balance that IGN probably is going to, IGN has a biasness against you, but you also have to, what's the word? You have to just keep that in mind, but you also need to know that IGN's gigantic, and you're going to get a lot of eyes on the game from a Hogwarts Legacy IGN review. You just will. What do you think would come first, Borderlands 4 or the movie? I don't know. Like, I try to keep up with, honestly, as many game studios as I can. I don't know where they're at with Borderlands 4. The movie's not coming out next year, is it? I feel like they almost might. Oh, you kept sending the thing. I went down a rabbit hole last night and found out Gearbox are planning 10 AAAs by 2026, and the movie's been silent for a while. They may line it up. They may be able to line it up in like early 2024 or something. I think it's going to be really close to each other. That's what I think. PA, yeah, we got hit bad here. Stay warm. Keep those heaters on, and I guess ride it out. It sucks that this storm is happening. Like, we don't travel during the holidays, fly. But, a lot of people do, and it's a very unfortunate lining up of time that this thing happened. I live in Texas. We had half an inch of snow, then it melted all by the end of the day. Oh, my God. That's funny. All right, let me get to DJ Steph's other super chat. What do you think of Sins of the Forest game that comes out? Is that the second for the Forest or whatever it's called? Is that the second one in that franchise? As you can tell by me not, knowing the name. I did play. Is it just called The Forest? I remember when that game first came out, my friend Nick bought it and played it, and I would watch him play it. So I do know what it is, and I did like it. But I don't, specifically because it's coming out in February, it may be a skip. It may be a skip because of Hogwarts, but I'm in for all of it. Like, even like Layers of Fears, I don't love that franchise at all. Funny story with Layers of Fears, and I'll probably tell this story in future videos, but you'll hear it first. They gave me a code for that game all the way back with the first game, which I think was 2017. So you're talking me when I had like 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, and they gave me a code. And I like that, and it wasn't because they gave me a code. I thought it was different. I also didn't play too many. I've only played more games as time has gone on. So I liked it. The second game was just a weaker version of the first game, so I didn't like the second game. And then now there's Layers of Fears, whereas the last one were Layer of Fears. But I still give them that kind of game. I still give them a chance. So in terms of Sins of the Forest, we'll have to see if I have time. But I try not to turn down any games that are in my mind. 24 degrees here now. Jesus, winter storm hit us yesterday. Just a light snow and temp was 11 degrees. Not bad for Texas. My God. Yeah. For here, I'm in Colorado. Wednesday night into Thursday, the low was negative 14, and the real feel was negative 30. So negative 14, but it felt like negative 30. That was the coldest. And then this morning, it was negative 3, felt like negative 11. Now it's 10 degrees. So super warm. But now tomorrow it's back to normal. I mean, Christmas Day is like 50 degrees here. Like, it's fine. So the ones who attack others for wanting to play Hogwarts Legacy are pathetic. Agreed. They just don't need to do it. In Houston, obviously, we were unprepared. Pipes are frozen in my area, so we have no water. Oh, my God. Well, best of luck. I was going to say your name. Best of luck. How you say Lover Ogit? No, I hope everything's okay. I hope the pipes unfreeze. I don't know. Do you have to, like, just wait it out like a day? You know what I mean? But hopefully everything's okay. I don't know. It's tough. Not to sound too conspiracy-like, but we do have, end of the world, kind of like we have water bottles and we have, like, food that expires in 3 years. Like, we are ready in case anything bad ever happened. And that stuff comes into handy if that happens. Our pipes actually didn't get frozen. Nothing happened. Like, nothing. Actually, it didn't really feel like it got that cold, but it did. Wish them all. I think I'm now catching up to people saying to Ricky, wishing him best of luck and all that stuff. I want to have a community where we, not maybe, we don't have to, like, give each other, like, thousands of dollars in Kickstarters and stuff. But I do want to have a community that, at least moderately cares about each other, right? Where if somebody has a health issue or something, we can at least say, that sucks, and we're here to distract. Again, that's the thing with me. Like, we're just here to distract. That's what, or even, when you have your water pipes frozen, I'm not going to pretend like we're some safe haven, but we can at least distract you while you can't drink water. Sly Cooper deserves some remakes. He does. I remember you did say that, and you should do it, Alex. That would be great. Oh, God, Philip, you got to let me know what you were talking about 10 minutes ago. I'm so behind. Oh, the Sly Cooper. Yes, I talked to you about it. Yes, I would like to do Sly Cooper. If we don't get another Ninja Gaiden, and if the deal goes through, I hope they receive. I hope there's more Ninja Gaidens. Actors Troy Baker, Michael, and I don't know how to say his name, Antonikos, and Roger Craig Smith have been mentioned to be the new voice of Batman after Kevin Conroy. I mean, I've always been a fan of Roger. I like Troy Baker. I actually do like Troy Baker. I think Troy Baker makes a good Bruce Wayne, and I thought that in Telltale's Batman game. I thought he was a really good Bruce Wayne. I don't know how good he was. I don't think he was amazing, let's say, as Batman. So Roger, I think, would have kind of the leg up. What do you think we get first, Beyond Good and Evil 2 or GTA 6? GTA 6. I think GTA 6 comes out before Beyond Good and Evil. Did you hear for the new I did hear about the new Avatar TV series. Seems interesting. Give me. I mean, we're gonna enter an era of a lot of Avatar stuff, and I'm here for it. Teen Titans game would be nice. I would play Raven. I'd play as Raven too. Raven and Starfire are clutch. If we go back in 2000s till 2010s, there weren't a lot of studios. There really weren't. The gaming industry really has boomed the last, kind of where it's like actually insane to where it's not sustainable. The gaming industry has boomed like the last 4 or 5 years. And then probably 2017 to 2011, 2010, that was like the era before. And then before that, there just weren't a lot of studios. So it is a relatively new thing having gaming be this big. And it's not going to last because nothing can get big forever. It's going to go back down. But you got to ride the wave. and I'll never leave it. Will we get a Superman game anytime soon? I do think we'll get a Superman game. Do I think it's anytime soon, though? That one's tough. Do you think Hogwarts will have magical candy? Maybe the candy don't do much, but maybe use them for emotes. Like if you buy candy that made you roll. Oh, that would be sweet. That'd be. I hope. I would say. My gut would be no, but they have like the prank store, right? Zonko's, is that how you say it? And there's gonna be like the prank like things you can buy to use. So I think it's possible. I would still maybe lean no. Okay, I feel like I'm somewhat catching up. This is what happens when you try to read every comment, even though it's not even like I have hundreds of people here, but I want to give you guys each time. You know, you take time to watch me. I want to take time to answer your questions or topics that you're giving me. They should have had you on the gameplay showcase stream, man. I remember you were one of the earliest channels covering it. Thank you, Niche Rob. I was the first. In terms of our circle, I was the first. In terms of, in general, I was probably like third or fourth. What Culture Gaming, I think, was the first one to ever make a video on Hogwarts Legacy. Or, at the time, Harry Potter Open World RPG. So, I don't know. Longevity to them may not mean much. Longevity to, I think, a lot of people doesn't mean much, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll always have it as like a source of pride where it's like I was on the wagon. I started it. I was on the wagon first. And nobody can ever take that away from me, right? Even if I don't get invited to a thing, I maybe make it seem like I care. I guess at the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, I'm going to do my thing. I have a lot of fun. I can't wait for the game. I want sequels more than anybody. I want other Wizarding World games more than anybody. You can never take that away. You know what I mean? Well, thank you, Nick Victory Fire. I hope I get some codes. As long as the Batwoman game isn't like the show. That is a good point, Philip. If Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to be dark like Empire Strikes Back, could we have a character death like MJ? It's possible, but yet again, it's not like the first one was all like rainbows and flowers or whatever. Like, there was some darkness in the first Spider-Man game. To not spoil it, there was some big stuff that happened there. So, do we think we'll be able to get costumes like Voldemort? I don't think there'll be costumes. I do think the modding community on PC will put them into the game. I would not be surprised if you could fight Voldemort in the PC version because somebody mods it in. Instead of Ranrock, you fight like Voldemort. I could see that. I wonder where the FTC was when Sony bought Bungie and Microsoft bought Bethesda. Yeah, I don't really because Bethesda was kind of gigantic and the FTC didn't care. I think they care now because like Call of Duty is also just on a different level. Even though you think of like Skyrim and all that Fallout, Call of Duty is just bigger. So you just think of it. So I could understand why, I suppose. I second Harry Osborn dying in Spider-Man 2. Could be. Could happen. Cute dog passing by. Thank you. One of the two. Summertime here in Australia. Well, firstly, thank you for watching me. I think it's, nighttime there, right? Or maybe it's not. All right, where's Australia? I mean, I know where it is. What's the time difference? Geez, I remember when I saw your first video on Hogwarts Legacy after the first trailer came out. Yeah. And like I said, I covered it. Well, the day the game was announced at the PlayStation Showcase, I covered it that day. But I had been covering it for 2 years before that. That was just like vindication time. But I had covered it December of 2018 was my first video on it. And the game was leaked in mid-October. And I had saw it that day. And I watched videos that day. And then I started it very early December. So it's been 4 years for me right now that I've been covering Harry Potter / Hogwarts. Honestly, if IGN gives Hogwarts a low score, then they'll just be done. Yeah. We'll see. We'll have a discussion of what I think Hogwarts will get. And then we'll talk about what I think that sites will lowball them. Because I do think both of those things are important. Cute dog. My dogs must have done something cool to garner this response, but I'm so far into the future that I don't remember. Do you think we can get a Batman Beyond game? Well, there was supposed to be a Batman Beyond game, and then it warped into Gotham Knights. So I think it's possible, but sometimes it doesn't happen. I remember when I played the first Teen Titans game. Yes, that I know exactly what Teen Titans game you're talking about too. I've almost caught up. Sweet. Telltale games for Batman were pretty good. Yeah, I liked. I loved The Enemy Within. I'd go so far as to say loved. I didn't love the first season. I liked it. And I want to maybe go back to it because maybe I'd have more love for it now. But I remember I really liked The Enemy Within. Like, I was kind of blown away because I didn't love the first one. So going into season 2, I was like, is this really necessary that we're doing this? And then I played and I was like, holy God, this is a huge. I think Enemy Within of Batman was a huge jump, no matter what you think of it, from the first game. So I'm pleased with it. And I don't think we'll ever get a Season 3 because of Telltale's situation. But, although, hey, another game that comes out next year, Wolf Among Us Season 2, or Wolf Among Us 2, I think it's just 2. Cannot wait for that freaking game. And The Expanse, which they're co-doing with Deck 9. And remember, there's the rumor Deck 9 is working on the next Life is Strange game. Next year's going to be wild. Last Marauder, what's up, buddy? Merry early Christmas, man. Great guy. Obviously, we had him on for the several times now for the Hogwarts stuff. Thanks for being here, man. And hopefully, if you're still here, Merry early Christmas. Do you think it's a good thing or bad thing that more people are focusing on making video games, movies, media in general, rather than making essentials like food, water, medical stuff? Yeah. I mean, as like a society, I think we can have both. I don't think like because there's more into entertainment, there needs to be less in other places. I don't think that needs to be true. I do think we've gone away as a society from, like, there does seem to be less of an interest to those things from like young people, and maybe it's because of the entertainment side, right? Like when people grow up, would they rather be a YouTuber or like a scientist, right? Like, is that a real thing? I think it kind of is, and that could hurt. But like I said, the entertainment industry is not infinite. It's not going to be huge forever. The movie industry is dying, like slowly, but Hollywood is dying, or it's going to reform into something else. It just will. Gaming industry is at the top, like it's here, and it's about to hit the line, and then it's about to go this way. And I'm not like rooting for the demise of these industries, but like I'm just aware, you know what I mean? So, but it's an interesting, more like political kind of discussion. Again, that's not escapism. I'm just kidding. Do you think we'll ride a dragon? I actually do. Like towards the end of the game, think that will happen. I'm a huge media fan, but do you think we'll reach that point that people forget to do essentials? I think people are forgetting currently how to do the most simplest of things. I do. So no robes, capes. Oh God, do I have to go? Warrior of Hades. What were you? Maybe I missed something? Like things that maybe remind you of them. I think there could be like color shades that are close to Voldemort, Snape, Dumbledore, etc. But you're not gonna get like the exact one unless it's a mod. You know what I mean? Just because of sticking with lore. So that would be the answer. Sorry about that. I had to kind of piece together the comments. Halloween party and costumes. Oh man, like a Halloween thing in Hogwarts Legacy would be freaking sweet. 9:30 a.m. Okay, so you are 12. You're 17 hours ahead of me. Thank you for being here, though, man. I appreciate it. How hot does it get in Australia in the summertime? Hello, it's been a long time. It has, and I don't all-man sewer, right? Because haven't we always gone through how I'm supposed to say your name? It has been a long time, but I'll never forget your name. Merry early Christmas. Yeah, they did have the Batman Beyond movie idea, and they canceled it. I'm still here, bud. Just about to pop out, though, but happy to drop in and say hi. Hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you. Thank you, good sir. You too. Everybody check out Last Marauder, especially if you're in the Hogwarts Legacy camp. Great guy, great creator. A great guy again. But yeah, early Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone. Same to you. I like the shortening of every one. You just do the number 1. I like that. Spider-Man 2 will have 3 playable characters. Yes. I covered that, George. I think I covered that way back in the day when that was a rumor. I remember that. I was hoping the map for Hogwarts Legacy would look like the Marauders map. I know it wasn't made at this time period, but I wanted the map to be black and white, at least look like it. Yeah, I get that. I think aesthetically that would be pretty cool. I like that idea. Hollywood needs to stop at some point making every cartoon and TV series a horror or live action. Well, I will say, I actually don't mind how they've done like Winnie the Pooh and Bambi and stuff. I think it's not original to a degree, but I think in some ways it actually is more original than a lot of Hollywood is right now. So although it's kind of silly or just very odd, I think odd probably would be the right word. In some ways, I actually think it's more original than other things, if that makes sense. I would want to see WB revive the Batman Beyond game set in the Arkham universe. Maybe. I mean, again, like the issue with Warner Bros. Is they don't have enough studios to make all these DC games. They need more. I beat up a kid for my PS5 when I heard what they were doing to the PS4. That's funny. I hope that kid's okay, but at the same time, if he had it coming, you know what I mean? Now, Merry Early Christmas to you. I like Last Marauder's theory on Hogwarts Legacy's main character origin story. Yes, I think I know what video you are talking about. And you know what? I've seen that video. I've never actually talked about my theory, like made a video of a theory of where does this kid come from as a kid into a teenager. I've never done it, and so maybe I should get to it before the game comes out. I did remember the correct pronunciation. Yes. I wanted to ask if you think The Last of Us 3 is in production. Yes. Yeah. I covered the rumor. I believe the guy. I know the guy a little. Or I know of the guy, and I trust him. So, yeah. I do believe 3 is happening. Now, when will it release? Probably not for another 4 years, maybe. So, like 2027. But I do. It's going to happen. Batman versus John Wick. John Wick. I think John Wick. I don't know if John Wick can actually die, to be honest. I really hope the main focus is on Peter. I don't want to play with Miles a lot. I think it is like, you know, Miles Morales had the game Miles Morales, and then this is called Spider-Man 2. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 split. I think it's mainly 60-65% going to be Peter, the other percent going to be Miles. So, what do you think about the discussion regarding Final Fantasy 16 not being a real Final Fantasy because of its battle system? Oh, I don't really mind it. Well, and as I've said, so like my experience with Final Fantasy is like I'm a newbie. So I look at it differently than I think other people, where I don't really care too much about what they try, you know, because I don't really have history to go off of. So, I mean, if people are upset because of the past, I mean, I get it, because I would maybe do the same thing for other games that I'm aware of, you know, for a long time. But I'm up for anything Final Fantasy at this point because I'm relatively new. Crisis Core, 7's remake, a little bit of 15, Lightning Trilogy. That's where I was. That's what I have up here, you know. So I'm up for trying things. One thing's for certain, in Hogwarts Legacy, we're all British. Yeah. Hey, yeah, the dogs were there. Where'd they go? Doggies, Luna and Anna. I don't like it when they... You know, Luna, the younger one, the white one, she's 2 now. But, you know, if you don't keep your eye on her, she can do some naughty things in, like, the bathroom, like if there's, like, a trash can or something. So you got to keep your eye on them. But, I mean, you call them and they rush you, so they don't get too far. It is a Peter. Yeah, I think it's going to be a Peter. Rizzo, what's up? Merry early Christmas. Well, probably, if you guys have anything else for me to talk about, we'll go probably another 5 or so minutes. Let me kind of just ramble just a little, get a couple more questions, and then I'll get to them. But So I got videos the next couple days. And next Friday, I'm probably also going to live stream. Oh, let me ask you. We have a core group here right now. So I was considering live streaming a little bit more next week, just in general, because there's probably going to be even less news and stuff. So if you just let me know in the comments. What I'm thinking is I may live stream every other day or something on the second channel. So maybe like Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, something like that, like twice on the second channel. And maybe I'd play a game like Ghostbusters or Evil Dead or like a multiplayer game. So let me know, like right now, if you want, because I can maybe do some live streams on the second channel, main channel, normal videos, and then next Friday I will also stream. And then after that, like we're into the new year, there'll be Dead Space and Forspoken to talk about. Hogwarts Legacy. I'll do more Hogwarts Legacy streams as well, but just to kind of throw that out there, if you guys, just for, that kind of stuff. What else? Any other plugs? I'm trying to let you guys build. And if you have any comments or topics you want me to say, let me know in the comments now, but I'm trying to buy you time. If you haven't subscribed to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, close to 6,000, and this channel, not to push too much, but this channel's almost at 70. I think we're at, 600? A little bit more than 600 behind the scenes. So, I don't normally ask people to share things, but if you got any friends or relatives or something that's not subscribed, we're almost at 70K. I'd like to hit it by the end of the year. I don't think we're going to do it. I don't think we'll hit 70K by the end of the year, but we're going to be so freaking close. So if you guys would help share it, maybe we can reach it before the end of the year. All right. Let me get these last, rapid fire these, and then I'll head off. Would you be down for a Homelander or Omni-Man video game? Yes, I would. Or like Invincible, which we know Invincible, obviously different, but just other games in that general thing. How would I know if my pre-order has been canceled on PS5? Good question. There's got to be, and honestly, because I don't pre-order games, I don't really know. But I feel like if you go to the game on PS5, you would be able to tell the difference between if it's still pre-ordered or if it's not, right? Because you'd be able to buy it. Maybe if you went to buy it right now and it would stop you and say, hey, you already own it, something like that. So maybe just go to the Hogwarts Legacy page on PlayStation and see what it says on those oval things. See what it says. I'm dead serious. I don't know because I don't pre-order games, so I don't really know what they look like. I wait till the night before. I hate pre-ordering over the last 6 years. I hope we get an incredible boss fight with Venom in Spider-Man 2 because Insomniac has potential in doing so. Agreed. Final Fantasy has changed the battle system throughout the years, so I see no issue with it. What makes the game Final Fantasy is key story element. It is. The story is Final Fantasy. In a way, Kingdom Hearts is too. Actually, a lot of way. I'm going to take that back. All of Kingdom Hearts is the story. But the gameplay is a floaty nature to Kingdom Hearts. I guess that's synonymous with it. If you want, sure. If you have time, of course. Well, I think I would. What do you think of a Hogwarts Legacy sequel should have? Yes, Quidditch, 1,000%. Wizards, chess. Yeah, maybe like a spell creation kind of thing I think would be kind of cool. But definitely Quidditch, Wizards, chess, maybe a multiplayer thing, which would be Quidditch. If you're able to, for it. So the general consensus is if I want to stream on the second channel, go for it. All right, I'll see what I can do. It's not a time management thing. I should be able to do it. Just want to see if you guys, wanted to see it. Do you think we are going to see something about the Sands of Time remake next year? Hopefully, because now everything should kind of be sorted out. The right studio that needs to be working on it is working on it. So I could see maybe even a low chance it comes out next fall, to be honest with you. But I do think we'll hear about it. They should definitely say, hey, it's going good. We got everything back on track, and it's coming out in 2024. Something like that I'd hope to see next year, for sure. I cannot wait for Hogwarts Legacy. Me and my girlfriend are so hyped for it. Nice. I did play Sailor Moon. Nice name. I did play the Forspoken demo. If you have to go back a little bit, or maybe you type it in on YouTube search. I reviewed the demo. So there's a video from is it a week and a half ago? If you search on, oh, I think it was like 1 week ago, around a week ago. If you search my channel, just scroll a little bit. I did actually a full review of the demo where I gave my thoughts about it. Can't wait to play as Ravenclaw. Nice. Yes, Kingdom Hearts is fundamentally built on its story. Do you think Harry Potter will be a main character in next installments? There is the debate of like, should you recreate a Harry Potter book in a game? And I mean, Avalanche would be the ones to do it, right? So I think it's possible. I would say no. I don't think it'll happen, but I think it's always there if they want to, right? If they ever are at a lack of ideas, if they ever like need something without getting too creative, it's right there. It's right there to do something. I'm learning game development so I can make my dream game where everyone builds their superhero and plays as a hero against other people's heroes. Oh my God. A lot of water. Yeah, I mean, you have to do water abilities. Otherwise, otherwise I won't play it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know what water abilities would do to me, though. They would change me as an individual. All right, guys. I think we'll end it here. I really mean I want to wish you all a very merry early Christmas. There will be videos live on the channel the next 2 days. If you got some time on your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day, give them a watch. I think they're a little fun. And then next week, normal stuff, but normal videos the next couple days on both channels. And then also next week, I will live stream next Friday. We'll see if I live stream during the week. I want to do a Scream live stream eventually too. So there'll be some different stuff. But yeah, so thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you taking your time out of the Friday to do it. Merry early Christmas. I won't say the New Year part because I'll tell you that next week, okay? But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all for the support, for the super chats, all that stuff. And make sure, again, we'll try to hit 70K, try to hit 6,000 on the second channel, and we'll go from there, okay? Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the